Archangel Michael says, the silence is becoming a burden louder than any words could be. They are watching your withdrawal like a signal, believing your distance means surrender. Without realizing, your quiet presence is making them bolder in ways that will cost you deeply. You're giving them the room to shape the outcome without your truth present. Each step you don't take, they are rewriting the narrative in their favor. Every breath you choose not to speak is building their confidence to decide for both of you. You once stood strong, but now your calmness is mistaken as permission. This shift in energy has stirred emotions in them that were once dormant. They believe they have won simply because you chose not to react. Something has begun in the shadows while you remained still. A silent agreement is being made, and your voice was never considered. The door they once feared to open is now wide, and they are stepping through with no glance behind. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There is movement happening behind the scenes, talks, whispers, intentions that are leaning toward an outcome you never approved. You were once the anchor, but the ropes are being loosened without your grip. This decision they are preparing to make is not one born of respect but one born of assumption. Archangel Michael says, this energy around you isn't confusion, it's strategy. They are taking your distance and turning it into a foundation to rebuild without your influence. What was once shared is now being reshaped into something you may not recognize. The conversation you avoided is the one they used to free themselves. Your absence in moments that required confrontation gave them the courage to twist the truth. They've started painting you as detached, uncaring, and unwilling. You are not forgotten, you are being redefined. They've replaced understanding with assumption and used your silence to write a new ending. You must know that the absence of your words gave power to theirs. Type Amen to get blessing 706. They are deciding what to keep and what to throw away, and your name is being held loosely. The very hands you once trusted are making choices that will affect you for years. They didn't wait for your return, they assumed you wouldn't show up. The truth is, your silence is screaming, but they refuse to hear it. They're building a world where your voice was never present, and soon, they will claim you agreed to all of it. You didn't speak, so they think you allowed. There's a paper being signed, a message being sent, a door being closed, and all without your hand involved. The timing isn't a mistake. They waited until your energy was soft, your spirit was weary, and your will was quiet. They are finalizing something you never even reviewed. It's more than a decision, it's a departure. What you once loved is now slipping through the cracks of your own silence. Type Amen to get blessing 499. This is the hour of awakening. The wind has shifted and they are no longer asking if you're okay, they're deciding you'll be fine without being included. They have rewritten the map, and your destination has changed without your consent. You were the fire once, now they believe you're ash. They are dividing what you once held together, assuming your silence means you have nothing left to fight for. Their mind is made up because you didn't interrupt the thought. They took your grace as approval. Your stillness as indifference. And now they are setting in motion a plan that cannot be undone without consequence. You think waiting is strength, but they see it as weakness. You thought you were buying peace, but they saw it as your goodbye. Their eyes are fixed ahead, and they have already begun to walk the road without you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 864. They once needed your guidance, now they claim to know better. They once leaned on you, now they say you never stood by them. You were once everything, but now, in their words, you're simply absent. There is a message coming, one that will make your heart tremble. It will reveal the reality of your distance and how it shaped their actions. The ink is dry, the decision is sealed, and your name was never consulted. Archangel Michael says, your time of silence has brought a storm to your door. But even in the thunder, there is still power in your voice. It's not too late to speak, but the cost of silence has already been measured. They are not afraid anymore, not because they are brave, but because they think you have nothing left to say. They moved from waiting to acting, from hesitation to confirmation. And you, unknowingly, gave them the permission slip with your stillness. Type Amen to get blessing 1201. They are shifting assets, emotions, connections. Things you once held sacred are being repurposed. All while you sit in your quiet room thinking the energy is paused. You will feel the echo of decisions you didn't make. You will carry the consequences of choices you weren't present for. And when you ask why, they will remind you, you never objected. There is pain on the way, but also clarity. You will see how your silence shaped the storm. And in that realization, your strength will return. There are whispers about what to do next. Some are suggesting your removal completely. They believe your absence equals irrelevance. They have forgotten the force you carry when your heart speaks. Type Amen to get blessing 659. They are playing a dangerous game of rewriting history. In their version, you gave them everything and left with nothing. They have erased your sacrifices, blurred your presence, and exaggerated your flaws. They are laughing in circles where you were once honored. They are sharing smiles that don't include your name. And still, you say nothing. But your time to remain silent has expired. The wind will not wait for you to find your breath. The moment you speak, the entire landscape will tremble again. They underestimated your power because they never heard your full truth. They only saw your soft eyes, not the storm behind them. They only heard your silence, not the scream that sleeps within. Type Amen to get blessing 1017. This is your warning, your invitation, your redemption. Step in before the conclusion is cemented. Return before your role is replaced. They are preparing for a future that has no room for your presence. They think they've closed the book, but the story was never finished. You hold the final chapter in your spirit. Archangel Michael says, rise now with the strength of every battle you've survived. Do not let this end be written without your fingerprint. Speak with the power of 1,000 silent prayers. This moment is sacred. The energy is shifting once more. And the ones who moved without you will soon feel the tremble of your return. Type Amen to get blessing 1182. Let them hear your voice, let them see your shadow. Let them know you were not gone, you were gathering fire. Let them feel the presence they pretended wasn't needed. They will not see it coming. Your words will shake their false confidence. Your return will shatter their illusions. Their plans will unravel under the weight of your truth. Their choices will be questioned. Their motives exposed. You are no longer distant. You are no longer watching. You are the storm at the gate, and your silence has become your roar. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. The balance will return, but only when you move. The tide will shift when your steps find the ground again. And their decisions will burn under the truth you carry. This is your moment, not of rage, but of power. Not of revenge, but of reclaiming. You were never out of the picture, they just chose to ignore the frame. You were always part of the choice, they just pretended otherwise. Now, let them know you never surrendered. You simply paused to listen to the wind. And now the wind is behind you. And you are walking into the room they built without you, owning it completely. Type Amen to get blessing 3777. They will feel the shift in their bones the moment you re-enter. The tension they ignored will settle like thunderclouds. Their smiles will falter because they sense what you've brought with you, truth, memory, and the version they tried to erase. They thought time would weaken your stance. But it has only sharpened your clarity. The quiet days made your fire more focused, not extinguished. They were planning the ending, but you've rewritten the next chapter. You are not here for revenge, you are here for restoration. And everything that slipped away during your silence is now returning with multiplied energy. They looked too far ahead and forgot to check if you were coming. Now they realize, you never left, you just waited. But what you bring now will flip every silent deal and every one-sided decision. Type Amen to get blessing 3911. You are walking back into the room not as a participant, but as the force they underestimated. They thought you lost interest, but really, you were protecting your peace. And now, your energy is louder than any of their assumptions. Their plans will be shaken. Because your presence alone is a correction. Your words will not beg, they will declare. The things they did when they thought you wouldn't notice, those will rise to the surface. And in the light, their shadows will scatter. No excuse will hide them anymore. Your return will demand accountability. Their smirks will fade. Their confidence will crack. They thought they were the decision makers, but now they realize, they were only keeping your seat warm. Type Amen to get blessing 4255. They were sure of your silence. They counted on your absence. But you are no longer the quiet one in the corner. You are the center of the truth they avoided. Every silent betrayal will now be answered. Not with chaos, but with clarity. Not with noise, but with undeniable presence. You've been distant, but not gone. They never asked why. And now they will face the consequence of not checking the depth of your silence. They thought your calm was surrender. But it was preparation. They will now see that what they feared most wasn't your voice, it was your return. Type Amen to get blessing 4420. You are not just a piece of the story, they forgot you are the story. They removed you from their plans, but you are the reason they even had a plan. The timeline will correct itself now that you're moving again. Watch how quickly they start to unravel. Watch how their certainty begins to dissolve. The moment your energy enters the room, the balance will shift. Their narrative will lose its grip. Their influence will weaken. Because nothing is more powerful than the return of what they thought they had conquered. This is your divine comeback. Not to prove them wrong, but to realign what was distorted. Not to argue, but to reclaim. Type Amen to get blessing 4609. Your silence protected them from a storm. But now, it is time for that storm to speak. And it will speak with peace, but also with power. They are feeling nervous, though they won't show it. Their plans are trembling quietly. Because deep down, they know what you're capable of when you decide to act. You are no longer in the background. Your light is undeniable. They cannot continue to pretend they don't feel your return. Their decisions are being questioned, even by those who once agreed with them. Their authority is being tested. Because your presence is justice they didn't see coming. Type Amen to get blessing 4783. There will be apologies. But not all of them will be honest. Some will only come because they fear your truth more than they ever respected it. You are not here to be liked. You are here to restore what was taken in silence. You are here to remind them that your absence was never a sign of weakness, it was sacred space. Every assumption they made will now collapse under your voice. Every lie built in your absence will crumble when your presence arrives. They will no longer use your stillness as a tool for control. You are awake. You are aware. And now they will understand why they should have never acted without you. Type Amen to get blessing 4899. They will call it sudden. But this was always inside you. Dormant, waiting, sacred, ready. They will call it unfair. Because their advantage relied on your silence. But now, your words are moving mountains. This shift will not be reversed. You have chosen to rise. And once you do, nothing they planned will survive. Their decisions will haunt them. Because they made them thinking you would never speak. But you are speaking now, and the entire energy has changed. Type Amen to get blessing 5033. You are not here to ask for space. You are the space. You are not demanding a seat, you are the table. Let them feel your strength in every word, every gaze, every breath. Let them witness the restoration of what they thought was lost. They assumed your distance meant disinterest. But it was divine protection. And now that you've returned, everything hidden is being exposed. Let the silence turn into presence. Let your stillness become strength. Let every ignored feeling become a wave of undeniable truth. Type Amen to get blessing 5101. You are not returning to what was, you are stepping into what must be. There is no going back to silence. There is only forward into presence. This moment was prophesied by your pain. And now, that pain has become your roar. You are walking into this space with divine authority. They will remember this day. The day you chose no longer to be silent. The day you reminded them who you really are. Their decisions won't survive your truth. Their control won't hold against your voice. Their comfort will be replaced by accountability. Type Amen to get blessing 5189. You gave them time. You gave them space. Now you will give them truth. They thought the page had turned. But you are the author, and this is a new chapter. Their names may still be written, but the story is yours again. They will not know how to face you. Some will hide. Some will panic. Others will pretend they never knew you were gone. But your energy cannot be ignored anymore. Your silence is over. And the power they borrowed now belongs back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 5275. You are not reclaiming out of rage. You are reclaiming out of truth. That truth is louder than every betrayal, every dismissal, every false word spoken in your absence. The tables are turning. The ground is shifting. And they will finally feel the weight of everything they ignored. You are not here to take permission. You are here to restore divine alignment. They cannot stop what is returning through you. Archangel Michael says, walk in your full authority now. Let every decision they made without you face your presence. Let every lie bow to your truth. Type Amen to get blessing 5344. Let them look in your eyes and feel what they forgot, your power. Your silence was never absence. It was strategy. Now you are here. Not to start war, but to end manipulation. Not to cause fear, but to bring restoration. They will remember who you are. They will remember what they tried to do without you. And they will realize, they were never meant to decide without you. You are the storm. You are the calm. You are the voice that makes everything real again. Type Amen to get blessing 5500. They will wonder how you've returned with such calm force. But this was never about rushing, it was about divine timing. And now that time is here, and everything they did in your absence must face what you've become. Your energy speaks before your mouth opens. Your presence makes noise in complete silence. And every decision they made begins to feel unstable. They will revisit their words, trying to rearrange them to survive the truth. They will stumble over justifications. But it's too late, the truth is already present in your body, your gaze, your spirit. This is not about winning. It is about returning what was stolen by assumption. And they will feel it with every passing second that you remain in the room. Type Amen to get blessing 5590. They created narratives that benefited them. They tried to paint you in a way that removed their guilt. But their colors are fading under your truth. What they didn't expect was the way you would carry your healing. Not with bitterness, but with purpose. Not with blame, but with unshakable light. Your name is being rewritten in rooms where it was once erased. Those who forgot your value are now witnessing your rebirth. And it's louder than any apology they could offer. They are panicking in silence. Their confidence is slipping through their fingers. Because what they assumed was over, is just beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 5666. They won't say it out loud, but they miss the version of you they could control. The quiet, soft-spoken, distant version who allowed things to pass. That version no longer exists. You've stepped into a new form. A form that remembers, but doesn't break. A form that forgives, but never forgets. Now they must deal with the weight of everything they did while you were silent. And it will grow heavier every time you stand in your truth. This is not vengeance. It's awakening. They were never prepared for what your voice truly carries. Type Amen to get blessing 5793. They are being exposed by their own decisions. Not by your hands, but by time, truth, and divine alignment. What was hidden is surfacing, and they are not ready. You are walking in light now, and their shadows are shrinking. They cannot cover what is already unfolding. The universe is on your side. You are not returning empty. You are returning with clarity, wisdom, and a sacred silence that they no longer understand. It frightens them. Because when they can't predict you, they can't control you. And now you're unpredictable. Because you're finally being true to yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 5868. They will say you've changed. And they'll be right. You've become everything they feared, strong, bold, and no longer waiting for permission. They'll try to speak over your truth, but it won't work anymore. Your silence gave them power. Your return removes it. You were silent, not asleep. You were still, not gone. And now you rise with thunder behind your heartbeat. They are not ready for your clarity. They are not ready for your boundaries. They are not ready for the fire they called weakness. Type Amen to get blessing 5932. Their time of guessing your limits is over. Now you are the one drawing the line. With calm. With strength. With presence. They can no longer deny your part in the story. They can no longer erase you from the decisions. Because you have returned, and you are not stepping back again. You've seen how far they would go when you weren't looking. You've seen what they would do when your voice was silent. And now you move with sacred awareness. You are no longer just reacting. You are commanding. And your command is rooted in divine purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 6055. Their world is adjusting to your return. Some will retreat. Some will shift. But none will remain the same. You are not here to fix them. You are here to restore what they tried to distort. You are here to reclaim your sacred space. The doors they shut behind you are now unlocking on their own. Your energy is the key. Your silence was the price. They called you gone, but you were never gone. You were preparing. You were watching. You were being positioned for this exact moment. Type Amen to get blessing 6133. They believed your stillness was the end. But it was only the seed. And now, everything planted in that quiet is blossoming into divine truth. They will feel it in their bones. The shift. The return. The undeniable knowing that they misread your silence. Your energy speaks louder than anything they can say. It enters before you do. And it stays long after you leave. This is the energy they never wanted to face. This is the truth they tried to run from. And now, it surrounds them. Type Amen to get blessing 6288. You are walking back into the story as the center, not the side. The focus, not the forgotten. You were never meant to be written out. They can no longer hold the pen. You've reclaimed the ink. And now, your truth is being etched in every sentence. They are nervous, though they act like they're not. But deep down, they feel it, they feel that what's coming cannot be stopped. You are the closing of the lie. You are the opening of justice. And the silence they used is now becoming their echo. Type Amen to get blessing 6344. Let them feel the weight of their decisions. Let them carry the outcomes they tried to leave on your shoulders. That weight no longer belongs to you. You've shed the silence like old skin. What remains is pure, honest, unshakable. They tried to define you by your distance. But now your nearness is the reminder of what they lost. They didn't just lose you, they lost the peace that came with you. Archangel Michael says, this return is not accidental. It is written. It is divine. And it is unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 6402. Let them feel every step you take now. Let them hear the silence no more. Let them understand what it means when your energy walks ahead of your words. You are no longer being silent, distant, or removed. You are present, focused. And they must now respond to you. Let them feel your strength in every space they tried to dominate. Let them face the presence they once ignored. Let them answer to the truth they hoped would stay quiet. Because your silence was never weakness. It was the calm before the divine return. And now, you are back. Type Amen to get blessing 6500.